Hey Oviedo, I'm Kaden Martz. It's Monday, October 7th, and this is your Main 5 from Building 5. If you didn't catch it on our Instagram, on Friday, we aired a special afternoon edition of Roar TV Weekly, produced from the Fox 35 Pep Rally. We'll have more on that in a little bit, but first, let's get into the latest with what's undoubtedly at the forefront of everyone's mind, and that's Hurricane Milton. Here's Peyton Kane with more.
Hey Oviedo, we want you to get the latest on Milton. As of this morning, we're borrowing these graphics from WESH 2 News so that you have the latest information. We encourage you to follow local meteorologists, including SCPS alum Eric Burris, for full coverage. As of 8 a.m., Milton has sustained winds of 125 miles an hour, pushing it to a Category 3 storm. The track, as of 5 a.m. this morning, has the storm making landfall south of Tampa and heading upwards towards the I-4 corridor. But you'll see this cone is fairly wide, some models having it coming across South Florida, while others have it coming across the state north of Central Florida. At the time you see this broadcast, there will be more models out. Now the storm is forecasted to weaken some before making landfall, but it's still expected to be a major hurricane. Here's what WESH 2 is reporting the wind threat will be for our area. This will at least give us tropical storm force winds. Be sure to pay attention to all the latest information and ensure that you and your family are prepared. Now let's head over to Deanna for Tell OHS.
Hey Oviedo, I'm Deanna with your hashtag TellOHS question of the week. When there's a power outage and you can't cook, what's your go-to meal or snack? Reply us on Instagram using hashtag TellOHS and you could see your response on the broadcast at the end of the week. That's it for me. Let's head back to the studio.
The next Spanish Club meeting will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. in room 1310. The Parent Beta Informational Meeting for this year's State Beta Convention will be held tonight at 6:30 p.m. in the Media Center. If you are interested in competing in this year's convention, tonight will be the best time to find out the latest updates for competitions and hotel accommodations for this year's event. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has their weekly meeting tomorrow during both lunches in the RWL gym. Last Friday, Fox 35 paid a visit to both Hagerty and Oviedo as part of their Friday Football Blitz series. Here's a story from photographers Natasha Goodwin and Rowan Demeter and reporter Allison Alford.
Those of us at Roar TV can vouch for the difficulty of coordinating a news broadcast. The feeling is mutual for the many hands involved with coordinating pep rallies. But trying to do both? Well, that's just pure insanity.
We walk into a gymnasium every Friday morning for Friday football, and we never know exactly what we're going to get, and that's exciting. There's typically a huge football team, a marching band, cheerleaders, a dance squad. We assess and make a quick plan, and then we're off and running.
Usually I'm coming with a professional ENG camera, a device to go broadcast live. In this case, we have a live view, which is a backpack who connects with cell phone towers to transmit the signal live. Connects to 8 cell phones. It sends the signal up and brings it back to the station, puts the image back together, and we're live.
There's no shortage of work, though, in the time before the little red light on the camera turns on.
The news sends me an outline, an agenda, and it's usually teasers and then a main hit for a few minutes, and we go back and forth between each schools. So the main thing is trying to get what groups participate and then who's going to speak on behalf of those groups. So that's the hardest part on the pre-organization of it all.
Meticulous planning certainly goes a long way, but it can't account for everything.
Echo in a gymnasium is very hard on people who have to do television because you wear an earpiece and you're listening to your production studio back at the mothership, but then you're also trying to keep an ear out on what's happening in the gymnasium. Just dealing with that noise. It can get in your head and you can have a hard time thinking about what you're trying to say.
There is one other thing that can make the job difficult, and Oviedo High students can probably relate.
Parking. That's the hardest part, to find parking. Sometimes parking is not the same.
When all that hard work comes together, though, the fanfare and spirit is on display for the whole community.
Oh, the energy is great. Running around, getting people riled up, coming. The football players usually get really worked out and come towards the camera. They're playing with the lens, and it's great.
You know, the favorite part is just watching each group and every student being recognized and representing Oviedo High School. We have so much to offer, and I love the students are able to articulate that and share that with the community.
Reporting on Fox 35 for Roar TV, I'm Allison Alford.
Good morning, Lions, and welcome to your weekly newspaper update. I'm Gigi DeCesar.
And I'm Merrick DeCarlos.
Remember, you can find these updates on oviedojournalism.com or the link on the Oviedo Now Instagram.
Tonight, we're dropping a Transformers 1 review by Joshua Sabia.
Tuesday, a recap of the Haggerty game by myself, Merrick DeCarlos.
Wednesday, a Fall Sports Captains feature by Tucker Johnson and the Den Sports Podcast by Merrick DeCarlos and Kaden Martz.
Thursday, an Environmental Club feature by Trenna Mark Token.
Friday, a review of the VMAs by Mallory Dennis and the Roar Culture Podcast by Monica Kamel and Harshini Thupili.
Once again, to see these stories, visit oviedojournalism.com or the link on the Oviedo Now Instagram. Have a great day, and as always,
Go Lions!
Mu Alpha Theta's next club meeting for all members will be October 18th after school in Miss Rawlings Room 1208. The ASVAB Career Exploration Test will be Thursday, October 24th at 7:30 a.m. in the Media Center. The test is free to take. Sign-ups are in the ROTC room located in the Building 10. The deadline to sign up is October 22nd. Seminole State Decision Day is Friday, November 8th. Spend the day with your friends and learn everything you need to know about Seminole State. Transportation and lunch will be provided. Sign up to attend at seminolestate.edu/decision day. Permission slips must be turned into Ms. Washington in the guidance office by Friday, November 1st. Permission slips can be found in the front office. All right, Oviedo, that's it for today. And as always, go Lions.